Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, my lovely.
Hello. Thanks for inviting me back.
Thanks for coming on board. It's been ages.
Yeah, gosh, it feels like that. Longman Tarot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome, Gerald, and happy anniversary. I'm going to start off by saying that to you.
Yes, yes.
Because not many people know this, but this live that we do on an annual basis was when we first did our live together, wasn't it?
Yes, that is our first ever just Richie and Gerald live.
Just the two of us.
You got it. Yeah. Yes, there you go. You're all singing it. There you go. We're not singing it because
We're not singing it because we get kicked off. The only problem is, up to about 5 minutes ago, we couldn't remember how many years we've been doing it for.
God, has it been 30 years since we've been
doing this since I was a boy.
Yes.
We think it's 3 years.
We do, yes.
But for some reason, all the past videos have all disappeared off our playlist. So perhaps we've made so many videos that YouTube couldn't cope and it just said, no, we're getting rid of the other one. So we think it's 3 years. It feels more like 4, but who's counting?
It does feel like 4. I think, however, we may have missed 2020 because you created your channel in May, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been after the Lunar New Year.
True.
See, logic. I can sometimes do logic.
Logic on a Friday. Logic on a Friday. Well, happy anniversary. And I'm so pleased to be here for another year doing this with you. And we're doing the year of the dragon in a moment.
Yes. Yes. It's the Lunar New Year.
Now, if you've ever seen one of these before, you'll know that Gerald and I just get into a massive, long conversations about wonderful things, normally forgetting to talk about Lunar New Year. And occasionally we chuck in a few odd facts. So if you're here to learn lots and lots and lots of things about the Lunar New Year and the Year of the Dragon, we will give you some tidbits, but we tend to do other kind of general chats and questions, don't we? And that's the part of the fun of it all. So it's an anniversary based around the Lunar New Year.
Absolutely. And after all, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Do your own search.
Perfect. We have We have 19 lovely people in chat, or at least watching. So let's see who's here. Let's say hello. So first up with the lovely Jamie. 24 minutes to wait. She's been in 24 minutes waiting for us.
Tell me something good. You're here, Jamie, and that's what's important.
And we have fans, matching fans.
And we are fans of you, Jamie.
Big fans.
Big fans. But
it's a lovely snowy day, she says. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice. We don't have snow here. We are having, in Ohio, we're having out of season warmth. It got up to 60 yesterday.
Wow.
And I'm like going, no, it's not even the middle of February. We need cold.
That's nearly Speedo weather, isn't it?
Yes, and there are some people who are already wearing shorts and flip-flops.
There's people in the UK that wear shorts all year round, out working outdoors, not just going to the gym and jumping in the car. They wear it all year, and I go, half of me respects them for doing it, and half of me is like, why?
Exactly why? Michelle, I am in Central Ohio.
Oh, yes. Which is up north in America, isn't it? I know that bit because you did a whole live telling me which parts of America you are. Like, you got your map out and pointed it.
We did. We talked about time zones.
We did, because I get them now. It's just when hours change in different parts of the world and I'm suddenly 3 weeks behind you or something like that. It gets very confusing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hello, Maruta. Hello, happy New Year to you too. Thank you for reminding us that's what we're here to talk about.
Yes.
Willow Love. I love Willow Love's image. Profile.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Heck
Well,
well,
welcome. Plucky is here. Lovely chatters. Hello, hello to you.
yes.
Vanessa, hello to you. Welcome here. Oh, Beth is here. Hello to you.
Hi, Beth.
Anyone else that scrolls through? Hello, if you're watching and just not commenting, it's very nice to have you here.
It is.
Barbara is here. Hello, Barbara left some lovely comments about our last video collaboration together. So thank you again for those.
And you know, and truth be told, we're planning another one.
Because it was so good.
It was so good. I had to smoke a whole pack of cigarettes when it was done. It was so satisfying. I'm joking. I don't smoke anymore.
None of us smoke. No.
No, none of us have ever smoked.
I have.
So have I.
The halcyon days of youth.
Yes. That's a great word, halcyon.
Halcyon, I know.
That's a good word.
That could be one of your word things. What do they call them?
Today's video is sponsored by, or this portion of the video. I'm writing it down.
It's got something to do with kingfishers. I don't quite understand how, but halcyon, yeah. While we're writing that down, I'm going to say hello to Lynn. Hello, best chatters. Hello, everyone.
Yay.
And Lady Silver is here. Excuse me. Hello to you. And hello to you. Good evening, everyone in chat. Happy New Year of the Dragon. And we have our first dragon emoji. Oh, no, sorry. Other people have put emojis in as well. Vanessa did. Thank you for putting those in. I haven't been paying attention to my emoji count here. And Care Bear is here. Hello to you. Welcome here. Kathy, good evening to you. And hello, hello, hello. I think I've got everyone. Michelle is here with a lovely dragon emoji.
Nice.
Nice. And there we go. Plucky says, happy just Gerald and Richie anniversary. I like that. We should make that a kind of hashtag.
Just Gerald and Richie.
Richie's anniversary. Richie anniversary.
Richie. Yeah, yeah. You know, we could go on all day, people. Well, until Richie.
I probably will if we're not careful, if someone doesn't tell us to move on. Pia, hello to you. Pia's work lurking.
Ooh, hello.
And Beth said, I forgot to say hi to Gerald and Richie. Out, get out, come back in again. I think I've got everyone there. If I have missed anyone, do apologies. Yep, hit those likes, please. Will we take questions, like just questions about us? We're not doing any readings per se tonight, but if any of you want to ask us any questions, we will love to answer anything there.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, Willow says, my oldest wears shorts all year long, and he asked to be assigned to Alaska and still wears shorts there.
Okay. I don't know what
nothing
to say.
Care Bear's in South Carolina, always warmer here. I know where that is as well, because that was on your map, wasn't it?
There you go.
Yeah. We never learned geography like that. We learned kind of European geography, which since I was at school is practically all changed apart from France.
I was just going to say, it's all different.
It's all moved around, and I sit there going, no, still not quite sure where that is. But anyway, but when it comes to the States of America, no, never learned them, I'm afraid. But I have learnt with you, my friend. That's one of the things you've taught me, and I appreciate you for it.
Aw.
I love these collaborations.
Me too.
Jane the Seeker is here. Hello, Jane. I'm on the phone, can't tag. Lovely to see you here. I'm buying 2 cartons of cigs for my friends in CA. Yuck.
California.
California. Thank you.
Don't they have cigarettes there, or are they just really cheap?
I say, I'm not quite sure.
I think they're cheaper where she
I was
lives.
going to say that's probably a bit like here when we used to have go abroad and you could get duty free with the taxes weren't paid on it, and you try and smuggle much more than you should have be allowed to through the customs, but that doesn't really happen nowadays. So yeah, so welcome to everybody, your best chatters. Thank you for joining us. So Gerald,
Yes,
let's do the new year, the lunar new year. I'm just going to get it right because I used to refer to it as the Chinese New Year. Now I'm going to call it the lunar new year because obviously there's other countries that will celebrate it in a variety of ways, but it is the year of the dragon.
Yes.
So what do we know about the year of the dragon, or perhaps the personality? Because we do our research at these, don't we?
We do so much research. I do so much research, it falls out of my brain. So I look like I don't know anything that I'm talking about.
I have to do so much writing that I have to find 10 bits of paper to write it on. Look at that.
Yes.
My show notes.
There you go.
Okay. So, oh, I should say we both got dragons, wooden dragons, because it is a wooden dragon here on display. Here is mine, who is breathing fire and beautifully lit. And as you can see, Gerald has found his wooden dragon, which is beautiful.
This is Jeffrey's. So I thought,
fabulous.
oh my God. We were looking at that and it's like, holy mackerel.
That's something.
A wood dragon.
Yeah. So we do have that's why our cameras are slightly different today, just to enjoy the dragonness. Might see it breathing some smoke. Yeah,
Ooh.
look at that.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, look at that. And of course, what incense would you be burning? Dragon's blood.
Dragon's blood.
Dragon's blood. So that's what's happening there. So you may well know your own Chinese horoscope. I think I'm a metal pig.
Okay.
Do you happen to know what you are?
I am a fire horse.
There it is. It's all you need to know. It's all you need to know right there.
As everybody's typing quickly on a different tab.
Yeah, everyone's quickly going into it.
Yes.
Jane is a metal ox.
Mm.
And Maruta says, I just recently learned that this is in the old New Year in Latvia too.
Oh. Well, and what's great is with it being the Lunar New Year, it changes every year because it's based upon the moon.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
doesn't that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. And one of the things I love about this, and each year I love it a bit more when I do the research, is I go, it's very hard for me to get my head around this because I have to do a lot of thinking, but I very much appreciate the similarities between traits and my idea of what the Western astrology and Western understanding is. And I'm learning more, but it's actually adding more to my own understanding and my own practices as well, particularly with the elements and things like that as well. So I'm just going to go through what people are now beginning to put in what they are. So Vanessa says, my daughter is born in the year of the golden dragon, which only comes around, I believe, every 65-year cycle. Fantastic.
Nice.
Care Bear is a metal monkey. That would make a great pop band, wouldn't it? Name of a pop band.
Yes, I think you are correct.
Hi, Rossi. Good to see you here. Plucky is a metal rat. Rossi's a metal dog. Maruta is an earth phoenix, which matches to the dragon. Ange is a fire horse. Lynn is a wood goat. I think I've got everyone there. If I have missed anyone else out, I apologize. Put it in again if that's the case. Willow says, I am a horse, but how do you determine the wood? So there's 5 elements, aren't there?
Yes, they are. Do you want to name them?
Yes, no, you go for it.
Fire, earth, metal, water, and wood.
Yeah. You basically have to look it up which year you're born, and it will tell you the element as well, because they go in cycles as well. So
yeah.
yeah.
So the if I understand it correctly, again, all of the 12 signs of the zodiac rotate.
Yes.
It's so that's pretty much, you could say that um that's the fixed element of it. It's the, so it's the animal, it's the element that adds a different texture to it and a different layering.
Yeah. Yeah. And they rotate round as well. So I think that this will be the first time we've had a wood dragon for however many rotations there's been on it there.
Yes.
So Kathy is a fire snake.
Mm.
Barbara says, I'm a cat, I think. Don't know which element, will have to look. Now, that's interesting, because I think that's different country has a cat. China has a rabbit, but some countries took the rabbit out and made it a cat. So yeah, do check that one. But yeah.
Yes. And and Rossi shared it's 60 years.
Thank you for doing it. Yes,
So
of course. Thank you.
5 times
12.
5 times 12 is what, Richie?
It's been a really long day, everyone. Okay. Earth horse. I thought that was going to be the case, and I thought, I'm not sure about my facts, whether that is actually what happened. So that's why I didn't say so.
Well,
but
and
thank you for the maths problem there.
Well, and but back to that idea is there's, in doing the research, different websites will talk about there's some variation in the regions based upon the regions of the animals or the signs in the zodiac. So it's like it's so interesting.
It's really good, really fun. Oh, Vanessa's a water ox. I like the idea of a water ox.
There you go.
Barbara says, thank you. Could easily have got it on. And Carla Liz, hello, Carla. Just say you were told there would be no math. There's no math. No, not tonight.
Carla Lizzie, I think you need to send me an email because someone is interested in contacting you. So send me an email. Carla Lizzie.
There we go.
Thank you.
So, traits of the characteristics of the year. So I've done a bit of research on that one. I don't know. We've all done different websites, haven't we, Gerald? Or different books. So, do you want to start talking about some of the traits of the dragon year, or people that would be born in this year?
Well, the dragons, their personality types, they're extremely confident, intelligent, and enthusiastic. So this is one of those things that's I find extremely important, because just like all of the signs, the zodiac signs, there are natural tendencies.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And here's an interesting tidbit is I found out that the Year of the Dragon is so popular that births increase during the Year of the Dragon.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. So there
you
we
heard
go.
it here first, folks.
There you go. So, so yeah.
I've got a list. Sorry, I've got a few bits. I didn't bullet point mine. I decided to write it out of sentences, which was a really stupid idea, because I've now got to read the sentences first before I talk about them. But dragon people are strong, independent figures, but they yearn for love and support. Now, I like that. I like the idea of somebody who's really strong, really kind of outgoing, very, very independent, but is actually craving just a little bit of support. And I think that's a nice tendency to have, because we often think of these people as quite big people, quite perhaps overpowering, and we forget sometimes that they do need a bit of love and support. And some of it just might be a bit of blather and a bit of hot air that's going on around it. And actually behind that, all bit under the armor, they are just soft, squishy little dragons that need a bit of love and a bit of support with us. So I'm going to put that out there. Let's give the dragons some love this year because they need it. Okay.
Well, I also want to add that the earth dragons, like you said, they're stable, reliable, and they work very hard to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
And because I always think of earth, I think it relates to pentacles for me. And so they're very practical, they're diligent, and they're disciplined.
Yeah.
So
when I was going through the kind of readings, but there's actually nothing really negative about the characteristics and the dragon. It always seems to be what most people would kind of like to achieve in their lives and be that this powerful and empowered person. So again, confidence. They make great leaders. They're generous, ambitious. They're all lovely nouns and verbs that were coming out about dragon people. I did find a few things we'll talk about in a moment with some of their weak points there, but I went more general for just general dragons rather than the wood dragons because I'm that kind of person. Do you have any more?
I think this is also, it's referenced as the yang wood dragon. So it's got a lot of yang energy. And one of the resources that I found talked about that the wood dragon is the most creative and visionary of the dragons.
I've got that too.
So optimistic, ambitious, adventurous, and they're worthy. They're willing to explore and get curious.
That's such a nice trait, isn't it? It's this great confidence in themselves that pushes on and on. And actually, I should say, in a moment, we're going to be talking about how this parallels to some of the cards in the tarot. So we are going to talk about some tarot cards in a moment. So we might play a bit of a game with people and just see in a moment. I should explain that. But yeah, this unfounded confidence does remind me of a certain trait in a few of the cards in the tarot. And it's quite nice sometimes to draw on this when you're doing a reading or perhaps a little bit stuck on some ideas on how to go forward with a reading. That you can draw on, well, thinking it's a dragon here. So what kind of cards would that be that could be coming out? What would happen if the card was reversed or blocked at all? So again, I'm liking all these things about confidence and abundance and independence and stuff like that. Let's have a quick drink. Sip, everyone.
We said it at the same time.
Rossi says they say kids born in dragon years are smarter, charismatic and ambitious, or charismatic. Again, lovely traits to be. Thomas says, love this. Dragons are believed to bring material wealth into the family. Joey Apter's forecast for each sign based on the Chinese animal year, month, day, and hour. Fantastic.
I did. I have that video queued up to watch about the horse in the year of the wood dragon. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
Maruta says, I have the Chinese 5 elements oracle card. I was going to say, do you have many Chinese kind of decks at all? Because I really don't. I have to.
I don't.
No,
I don't.
But Thomas says, sounds like a fabulous deck. Maruta says, enjoying it. Hi, Joanne. Good to see you here.
Hi, Joan.
Just subscribe. Thank you very much. Good to see you here. I all the best chatters. Beth is telling us she's a wooden horse. Isn't something to that to do with the Trojan War? I
believe there is a reference to a wooden horse during the Trojan Wars. Yes. Correct.
Okay. Oh, Maruta has put in the wooden dragon card says, as one of the 10 spiritual pillars, it represents tremendous strength and faith in the midst of adversity. Wow, that's really useful. Love to see what that card looks like.
That. Yeah.
Tremendous strength. Again, all positive, wonderful thing. I've got charismatic, fearless, movers and shakers, or all dragon people there as well. So Lovely. Thank you for all of this. And oh, Ren's here. Hi, Ren, who is a wood snake.
Ah, cool.
Anything else you can add to our Chinese dragon?
Not at this time. I will stop talking so much and allow you to read your full sentences.
I think you pretty much got most of it. I think we've said it all. Endlessly energetic. Did we talk about that?
I think that's good to mention if there's, especially if they're endlessly energetic.
Yeah. Full of vitality, goal orientated, visionary leaders. They know exactly who they are and possess a keen sense of self. We need to channel this, don't we? I need to channel this into our. I do have some negative traits, but we'll hold fire on those ones for a moment. If anyone else has any comments about the dragon year, or if there's anything else you'd like to mention, obviously please put it onto chat. Jamie says, my mum was a metal dragon and my brother wood. I'm glad you're here today. You're having lunch with me.
Oh,
have a nice lunch. What are you eating?
What are you eating, Jamie? We're watching.
What we're having, yeah. Don't talk with your mouth full. Let us know.
Yeah.
Carla says I'm a metal rat. I don't think I'm happy with that. I'm a pig, we all have to live with it.
Well, I think all of the signs have, just like with, astrology, all of the signs have their positives and their challenges.
Yeah. So. James off to have a booster shot, so hope that goes okay for you there. Yes. Mabuta says I'll post the card and pages on the Insta, okay, and the Tarot fan club. That's lovely, thank you.
Nice.
Care Bear says interesting, isn't it? Isn't it a year? Strength links well to wood dragons. Perfect.
Yes, it does, Care Bear. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a very good point.
You're right. Yeah. Vanessa says, besides qualities of the dragon, the reverse side of them are demanding, impatient, intolerant. Loving it. I'm loving the fact that that's turning it on its head. The whole, all those positive vibes we were talking about suddenly get turned into that negatives. Something I hadn't realized, actually, I'm just going to stop at this point. I hadn't realized this for all the years we've been doing it, Gerald, is that you would think all those people who are dragons are, going to have a fantastic year. But I read yesterday that actually, if you are born in the year of the dragon or have, dragons in your chart, so to speak, it's actually thought to be an unlucky year for you.
I have heard something similar. Your year, the year, the sign that you were born under is not always a good year for you.
No.
So.
And it's something to do with about a god, and I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I'm not very good at it and would destroy it. But it's to do with this idea of upsetting or going against one of the gods in the culture. And that means that you're going to have a difficult year. And I find that so surprising because we're so very much used to, it's your birthday season or it's your star sign and it's all, it's generally it's going to be a positive outcome. And it really fascinates me that this year it would flip it over so that people who are, as I said, born under the sign of the dragon would have a potentially difficult year. And I think that's shatteringly exciting, but also kind of difficult to get my head around. I don't know how true it is, and of course I'm getting this off the internet, so I don't want to say too much in case it's wrong, but I did read that in a couple of sources.
Are you saying everything on the internet isn't true? You didn't say that. I said that. Well, I have heard, in doing some of, my very general understanding about astrology is I have become aware that, everybody panics about Mercury retrograde. But there's some legitimacy to where is your Mercury in your chart, because that influences. Some people do really, really well with specific things. So
Yes.
so interesting. So
I mean, it's interesting to talk about Mercury retrograde. I've got into understanding this much more because people are constantly talking about it. Mercury last year seemed to be constantly in retrograde. So I've kind of done a little bit of reading again off the internet, so we have to be careful. And I'm wondering whether things do go, I'm going to be honest, I think things do go wrong under a Mercury retrograde. But am I more aware of the fact that it's a Mercury retrograde and therefore assigning the things going wrong to that? Am I just more aware of things going wrong and blaming Mercury for it than if I didn't know if it's Mercury retrograde? Does that make sense?
It does.
I hope that does make some sense. I kind of talk backwards there.
Is it a self-fulfilling prophecy?
Yes.
So, but and Jamie and I talked about this as we were exploring the Real Sky astrology, working through the workbook. It's just, it's nice to be aware of this, because when we're aware of our natural tendencies, we are able to operate and behave with an informed approach. So.
Yes. That's very true. It's only recently, within the last year, I've realized the effect of a full moon on me.
Oh, what is that? Now I'm curious.
Not very good. I normally have a migrainey headache for a few days, normally quite ratty and bad-tempered, tired. And when I start to crack it over the lot, it's always around the full moon, or the 2 days either side of it. So now I go in a bit more prepared for it and know that I have to be a bit calmer and be more prepared for, take some medication, be prepared for making sure I'm drinking more water and things that might stop that headache process or feeling under the weather. I'm not so good at it because I forget, but I can now assign that period of time. And I tend to work much more better in the waxing cycle, and I've noticed that I'm more productive in that part than any other time of the cycle.
I think that's really fascinating because when we know when our natural strengths are, we can plan appropriately for that.
Yes.
I love that. I mean, sometimes I'm willing to spend that much time looking at it, and other times I'm like going, what the F is going on, and why is this going on?
Maruta's doing a fantastic job of assigning the star signs back to the Chinese star signs there. Dragons correspond to Aries.
Oh, interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah. Oh, Jamie's having ham and hang on.
Provolone.
How do you pronounce it?
Provolone.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
It's a lovely white cheese that melts beautifully. Of course, I could be a jerk and have said it's provolone, but that would not be nice. I like provolone cheese, and ham is quite good.
I have to do that one. I've never heard of it before. Probably it's under a different name over here, so I'll have to look at it. Calla says it's the same with astrology and tarot, always the mix of positive and negative traits contained in each card. Exactly, and that's why I love doing these kind of chats, because I get a lot of, I can see the correspondences that go on to it, and I learn a lot more from it. And Boars under the Emperor star this year, I'll take it. Oh, that's me. Yeah, I'll do that one as well. More like a Saturn return. And Care Bear says Cancer, Mercury, third house here. Fantastic.
You notice I just said, like I knew exactly what she meant. Oh, Mercury in the third house under,
Yeah, if it's a lot of things go wrong, I actually check it does sometimes end up as Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
Jackie is here. Hello, my darling. Good to see you here. And Anne said on a full moon, I've noticed I feel very low and depressed. Me too. Yeah. I get very tearful on a full moon.
I'm really good on a new moon.
Are
That's
you?
my moon of choice. Yes.
I love it. That's my moon of choice. I love that. I need to have a moon of choice. Brilliant. This coming year, the Mercury retrogrades are much more dramatic because they're going through, I'm not going to pronounce Gandatus, spiritual knots between fire and water each time. Geminis and Virgos can feel the RX more.
The retrogrades.
Retrogrades, thank you.
Gandatas. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Maruta, what are dogs?
Oh, Rossi wants Merita to find out what. Yeah.
Oh, what are dogs? I was going to say
to the
four-legged canines. Yeah. Okay. I love it when you just catch a bit of a chat. It's like,
oh yeah, yeah.
No, Gerald.
Yeah, you keep going down, you'll be able to see it because it's provolone. It's like I got one. And she's like, I'm never going to be able to see that. Say that name again. You're welcome.
Provolone is my favorite sandwich.
Provolone.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, it's smoked. Yeah.
Oh, hello, Nancy. Good to see you here.
Hi.
And Care Best of June full moons. My emotions all over the place. Very draining. Yeah. Totally agree. In fact, I wouldn't try and do anything I've tried to do things, studies and work.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's the right time when the energy is going, but I'm just too drained for it. So yeah.
I mean, okay. So may I get on my soapbox for a second?
Dude, get on it.
Okay. So we have all of this information and we are paying attention to use that to help you do what you need to do during those times. Don't I always get I always get snarky when people like blame Mercury retrograde because they didn't calm down enough to actually get their thoughts together before they talked with somebody. It's like that's not Mercury retrograde's fault. It's yours.
Absolutely.
So anyhow, okay, I'll stop. I'm a guest here.
Are you off your soapbox now?
I'm off my. You want it?
Don't hand me the soapbox. I probably would never get off that.
It's all right. There you go.
I'm pushing away the soapbox.
Oh my God! I dropped the soapbox.
Maria just says I'm not drunk, just typing one-handed. That's fine. Parky says some full moons are very energizing for me. Unfortunately, I can't always remember what sign the moon is in. No. Instagram will instantly tell you. I can tell you that because as soon as it enters it, there's a myriad of wonderful memes and spreads and things to do. And I go off Instagram because those people are very good at putting stuff up there. See, this is what I like about this chat is that we started off talking about dragons and we will get back to dragons, but we go off into another part, another annex of this world, don't we? And then come back again. I love this.
Yes.
Ham and cheese and mustard toasted and open face sounds delicious. It's too early for lunch, but now I know what I'm having. There you go. We've sorted it. We sorted it out there. Oh, and at least we're making someone laugh. There you go. The moon's in Aquarius and I'm Aquarius, so I assume I rule the world. Yep. And don't forget, of course, it's Celtic Tree Roan season as well, just to put that onto you as well. There you go. Boom. Said it.
There you go. And there you go. And here, let me add another thing into this mix. If I understand correctly, we really are in where is it? We're in Capricorn season. Under what's up in the air.
Yeah.
So anyhow.
It's all happening. Jackie's asking a question. Is anyone in or around Rock Hill, South Carolina? I'll be going in May, wondering about esoteric shops.
Ooh.
Drop Jackie a line if anyone knows anything there. And Lynn agrees with Nancy. Aquarians do rule the world. That's what she agrees with. Just don't make a big thing about it.
You do it. You're all subtle about it. There you go.
Yeah,
Unlike me.
Yeah. Let's get back to our dragons.
Yes.
Let's talk about the weakness. We talked about how wonderful, the wonderful positive things that dragons and the dragon year can be. But of course, it has its flip side. It has its reversed meaning sometimes.
Mhm.
And I did look these up. So I don't know if you looked it up on.
I did not. So I will.
I will. This
I
is
will
interesting.
let you over to you.
Okay. So let's remember all these wonderful things about the dragon. So again, it's really, I think this is really interesting to put these two, thinking about tarot cards. So because of the energy, because of the strength of them, they can become domineering. They can be temperamental because they always think that they are right and don't like to be perfectly challenged over it. They can be self-centered. And because they have such a strong sense of themselves, that often leads to them being gullible, again, because what they base themselves on is themselves 100% and can easily trip over that if they're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
They always believe themselves to know the best, to want to know best. Love matches. So these are the love matches that work.
Ooh.
Dragons and rats and dragons and monkeys. But the worst matches are dragons and dogs and dragons and rabbits.
Okay.
There you go. Careers wise, dragons make good artists, politicians, architects, and of course, entrepreneur business people.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. What they aren't good at being and shouldn't think about being these people, but of course, many of them are soldiers. Is that because you have to follow rules, do you reckon?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. You're not going to follow anybody's rules.
Yeah. Mechanics. Don't know why. Perhaps we can think about that in a second.
Okay.
Customer support. I get that. I can understand customer services and all that one there.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons aren't particularly good office workers. I can understand probably having a person with this big character in an office may become a little bit domineering, so I can see that. And dragon people shouldn't work with IT or work in IT. So again, I'm not sure why, but that was what was suggested.
Okay. I wonder if that is because they will blow things up.
Possibly, yes.
I've worked with people who I mean, I don't know about you. Are you the person? Do I have this correct? You're the person who knows how to fix the copier or the printer?
Hmm.
Okay. I'm that way too. I'm like the copier whisperer. You know, people are like when they're shouting at it, they're banging on it, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And I walk over and suddenly I hear a big sigh from the copier or the printer, and it releases what they wanted. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
Yeah. Now, I'm glad you said copiers because I was thinking about this the other day. Here, another tangent. Open another door in the annex, going to another room. Pages, the 4 pages, okay? All right. So we've got all different, the 4 suits. Imagine they are trying to learn how to use a photocopier or something like that, okay? They're in a room. No, okay, we're in a room. How do they go about it? What are their traits of the different suits? How would they go about learning or how to work a photocopier?
Well, the page.
I love to play just to think, okay, let's understand the
Well,
suit.
and this, Richie, this is one of the things that I learned from you as you were thinking about the knights. And we talked about this in TarotStache way. The, knights, the boys are going out for a night on the town. What, how are they acting?
Yeah.
I would say I'm interested in what the best chatters think. I would say the page of Pentacles would be very hands-on and actually look to see what would happen. The Page of Swords would read the book.
Yes. Not only read the book twice. Learn the book.
Highlight it the third time through.
Yeah.
I picture the Page of Cups being the one who is talking and communicating with it,
Hmm.
telling it what it's telling them, the copier what it's doing and why it's doing it, and making it feel good. I got an image of the Page of Wands with a big sledgehammer, not
Oh
having
yeah,
patience with it.
the Page of Wands doesn't read the book. He'll just go start pressing buttons.
Yes, and it's like, why is this not?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you
yeah.
know,
Don't need
yes,
that. I know what I'm doing, but oh,
yeah,
hang on a moment, it's broken. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I will see the Page of Swords. You're quite right. It's being very thought, but they'll be the one. They'll have looked it up online. They'll have watched a 5-minute short video on how to do
yes.
it, so they won't bother reading the book. But they'll take the opinions of other people and quickly thinking, okay, this is fast. I need this working, but I want it to work rather than just press buttons randomly. So yeah,
That's great. Oh, I like that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Lovely little exercise. I love it.
it is.
Let's see where we got to with the chat. Lots of people have been talking about lots of wonderful things. Let's go with Plucky. I always wish my superpower, secret superpower, was to breathe fire. Well, not so secret now. Oh, wow. Secret power to breathe fire. That could get you into a lot of trouble, couldn't you?
I mean, can you do it on purpose, or does it just happen? Because that could be
Yeah,
a problem.
yeah. You'd have to control it because you wouldn't like to wake up in the middle of the night having snored or something and set fire to your pillow.
Yeah, or sneeze.
Sneeze and take someone out.
Yeah.
A little fireball comes out. But yeah,
Or you know, if you're the type of person who enjoys kissing someone, I mean, oops.
you'd have to have limits to it, wouldn't you? You couldn't, yeah.
I think so.
You'd have to be really well trained in that, yeah. Maruta is giving Rossi some information. The metal dog is one of the pillars connected to spirit and skilled in business, highly confident and intuitive. Tom says, I married a Gemini Virgo, so I get you, Vanessa. I post tips and updates in my YouTube shorts. Stuff comes up. It's also my site for looking for planetary remedies. Lovely. Feel free to put a link in if you'd like to your site. There you go. Dogs and rabbits are just snacks for the dragon. Yeah. No animals were hurt in the making of this video. Can I just say that?
Yeah, well, isn't that the joke of humans stay out of the way, for you are good and crunchy with ketchup?
Yeah.
So
love it. Rossi says there are rules of writing engineering, not for dragons. You got it, absolutely. And it corresponds with Aries, then IT might be too annoying for a dragon. Yeah.
Mm.
The Page of Wands calls Gerald or Richie.
What do they call us?
Care Bear says the Page of Swords uses the virtual manual. There we go. Yeah. Page of Pentacles reads a hard copy in hand, slowly completes. Yep. Page of Wands hands it. Yeah. Off and takes the credit later. Absolutely. You're singing the same tune as we are there on that one there. I like to give everyone a heads up if I see stuff coming. Marucha says the Page of Cups breaks down in tears until someone comes and fixes it for them. Oh,
that's awful.
And Care Bear says Page of Cups doodles in the manual, daydream. Yeah, turns it into a song. May or may not complete it, but so loving and endearing that we forgive them for it anyway. And Nancy says Page of Swords is a beginner, but always light years ahead of everyone else. That's a lovely way of putting it. Oh, you don't have a wrench anymore.
Channel name difference. Channel difference.
Because you changed the channel name.
Yes.
I will go back and try and do that one there. So yeah.
I have added the added Michelle Marie's channel link.
Yeah. There we go. And Page of Cups. Procrastinate, of course. Yeah, well, I just like doing little exercises like that. It's just fun to do. Isn't it?
Good. I do like that idea of that the Page of Swords would use a virtual manual, and the Page of Pentacles would be using the hard copy. That makes that's the
perfect
nuance.
sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I love it.
Sums it all up. Great. We had to do some more of those, won't we?
Yes, we should.
A few lives there we could do, and we could like talk about it and get people to give us different scenarios, and we could think it through. It's quite fun.
Yes, I love it.
Okay, my last bit about dragons now. Okay. So if you've got anything after this, Gerald, feel free to pitch in.
Oh,
I
gosh.
looked up famous dragons.
Oh.
And I think this fits quite nicely. So Michelle Obama, John Lennon,
Yep.
Reese Witherspoon, Adele, Martin Luther King, Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, of course,
Yes.
Rihanna, and last but not least, Putin.
Yeah.
There we go. So I thought, yeah, I can see those character traits. Obviously, I don't know everyone very well there, but I've always, talked about Michelle Obama for me has that kind of Queen of Wands energy there that goes with it.
Yes. Quintessential. Yes.
Do you have any more fun facts for dragons?
I don't. I think we hit them all. Let me do a check. I think okay. So this is something that for the Lunar New Year, it is traditional to use red red color to decorate your house, as well as having giving gifts or messages in red envelopes.
Yes. Yeah. So
And,
money envelopes. Wearing new clothes as well is also important. So
wearing new clothes.
New clothes, starting the new year off.
Yes.
And because sometimes the festivities can go on for couple of weeks in many cases. So having celebratory things, but not doing chores, so putting rubbish out, sweeping, cleaning is a no-no. Whereas ironically, this time of year we're all about spring cleaning and in the West getting rid of it. Also, it's interesting how that marries together.
Yes. I love that. Ooh, that's so good.
But it'd be really nice. I mean, doing these things, I like to take this with me. I'm not going to, I'm not going to celebrate it too much because I've got other things that are going on. I'm an Imolk kind of person at the moment, but it's nice to kind of go, I might wear some new clothes, or I might wear some red jewelry, or I might have some red nail varnish just to pick out and celebrate it that way. You don't have to go full out on it, but it's nice to recognize it, isn't it?
It is. And I love the idea that as someone who I like to pay attention to holidays of different traditions, different countries, ethnicities, it just gives me an extra chance to celebrate even more, because it's truly, this is it is very much an Imolk feel. It's like, okay, here we go. We've got this thing.
Yeah.
So let's layer on top of it.
And of course, a good excuse for fireworks.
Well, I think only certain days of the week that end in Y are good excuses for fireworks.
Yeah. Organized fireworks. Obviously, pets need to be safe, secure, and looked after, because with more and more fireworks do go off that upset, but big firework displays, obviously, they're going to.
Yes. Don't be stupid, people.
Don't be stupid with people's pets for fireworks.
Well, I had one of my good friends, she and I studied Tai Chi. I did it for a year. She did it for 10 years. Well, this time of the year, they were extremely busy because of the dragon dances that would be going on for the new year. So it was really fascinating.
It's sad I'm not going to get up to Chinatown in London. Normally I go up this time of year, and it's always beautifully decorated throughout the whole year. But yes, I remember I went perhaps 2 years ago, and they had all the dragon and lion dancers there, and it's just fantastic. It's such a great atmosphere. So it's worth just checking out some videos if you don't live anywhere near where there might be, but they're really acrobatic, some of them. It's amazing.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I mean, and she did share with me, she's like, on doing the dragon dance was exhausting.
I bet.
Exhausting.
I bet. What an experience, though.
Yes.
Pages in the deck, so young and so spry, carry their messages from ground to the sky. Wands bring adventure, cups are heart's quest, swords with sharp thoughts, pentacles invest.
There she goes. Talk
Boom.
about that.
Bam, boom. I will put out my Game of Thrones deck in honor of today. Yes, of course. I've got that one somewhere. What a good idea. May you be prosperous. Gung Hat Fat Choi. I hope I've said that correctly and haven't offended anyone there. Yeah, Chinese invented the gunpowder. And she's going to put on some red nail varnish while watching you on the TV. Beautiful.
Oh, nice.
But not burgundy. Not burgundy. It's got to be red.
It's got to be red, not burgundy.
Not burgundy. No. Because what's the only thing that's the colour of burgundy, Gerald?
Would that be a hot water bottle?
Yeah, hot water bottles. The only thing that can be burgundy.
Okay. See, I do listen to you.
You do pay attention. The only time you can use the colour burgundy for hot water bottles.
Okay.
Hannah Lizzie says, I used to love to go to Chinatown at New Year. Yeah. Yep. Fantastic. Right. We are going to play a bit of a game with the tarot cards. So we've talked about the aspects, the elements, the characteristics of the dragon. So what we're going to do, Gerald, bearing everything in mind that we talked about, you need to pick one card without telling anyone. We're both going to do this. We're not going to look at chat. Okay? So don't look at the chat. One card that you think symbolizes or represents the dragon. Okay?
Ooh.
Let's see if we can come up with the same one.
Okay. And it's all of the cards, or is it major?
No, any of the cards. You can have all 77 plus one.
Okay. And specifically the dragon or the wood dragon?
Just go. If you want to go wood dragon, if you think that cuts you down to pentacles, you don't have to include it. I'm not including it. I'm simply going dragons.
Okay. And just one card.
You're only allowed one. What deck are you using?
I'm trying to use the Tarot Draconis.
Oh. You see, I thought I had this, and now I've just changed my mind. We're not looking at chat, so people, you can paste in chat your thoughts.
Yeah, we're doing
I've got it down to 2.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay, I'm going with 1. I've got it. I've got it.
You got it? Okay.
I've got it.
I don't have it yet. Oh, man.
I'm not looking at chat.
Well, you can, because you've already picked. You know what? I think this is, if y'all think this is easy, I think you're nuts.
I had mine at the beginning because I knew this was coming, and I nearly changed my mind 3 times whilst doing it. So
okay, I only have 4 options. So Sam, okay. I think I'm ready.
Right, let's reveal. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you've gone king.
I went king, yes. What'd you do?
You know what? I went king, and then I changed my mind to knight.
I could see. I thought about knight because of
Mm.
the action and the action oriented.
Yeah. Go on, explain your thoughts, and then we can discuss.
Well, I was thinking because there's a great deal of confidence in the kings.
Mm.
It's a mastery of it, and so for me, there was a feeling of they're confident and they're intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with the maturity of a
Yeah.
king, and I picked the wands because of that fire aspect.
I think we both agree wands, fire energy would be the one. Makes perfect sense for the dragon. I was going to pick the King of Wands right up to a minute ago, and I went for the knight because when I was talking about the weaknesses, which was domineering, a bit temperamental, a bit self-centered. The Knight of Wands in its reversed, or if you like, the negative energies, is self-centered because it's so full of himself that it just gets in the way. And I often see the knight as being that. But yeah, absolutely. I was going down the king route until I thought about the weaker side of it. But again, you can parallel that to it.
And to that point, there is a lot of weaknesses for the king as well. But so let me ask you this. If you were picking a major arcana,
I had that one because that's what I put down, and I went for. I've gone for strength.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was looking at emperor for it.
I did think emperor. I was, again, that was my first choice. I was going emperor, and we talked about armor and stuff like that. It was as I was looking through the deck to put up, I saw that image and I thought, this is a person who is so confident that they have a good strength of their own knowledge and they have a good understand. The emperor as well could be said for it as well. So I totally get that one. But I just went a bit off at a tangent for that one.
I was also thinking a little bit about the world in the sense of they go out, they adventure, they're confident so that they could discover new things. But very fascinating.
Heather is here.
Well, hi, Heather.
Good to see you here. Did you enjoy the live the other day?
Yeah. By the way, which did you buy the deck?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
It was by the time I worked out how much it was, I'm going to put it in my basket and wait. But yes.
Okay.
I need to get rid of some of those first, and some of those, and some of them down here first before, and basically everything behind the camera. But before I make room for it. But yeah, King of Wands, Tower and Death. Nice choice there. Let's see if anyone else has put anything else in. I got the Tower Dragons. There's Maruta. Oh, it's Maruta. Care says I picked those two. Soul Academy. I missed which ones. Oh, yes, there we go. Yep. And I really like the death card for the dragon transformation. What a lovely idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a little pricey. I'll have to have a few more wins on the lottery before I buy that one. But it's on my list. It's on my list. So Gerald, we are an hour in.
Gosh.
I think when we first did our live, we did something ridiculous like 2.5 hours without a toilet break.
That doesn't surprise me.
No. Now we can't do that. An hour, one of us needs to go to the loo now. That's how much older we've got.
Well, we also know that 2.5 hours is a little long.
It's very long, and we can break it down into a series of them, manageable chunks, and keep people, entertained other ways there. Have you got? Well, of course, you've got lots coming up. But what have you got coming up very soon that we can advertise and
Later
attract
today, at the top of the next hour, I am doing yawn readings, yes, no readings with Hershey, the Shadow Reader, and Thomas from Tarot Your Way.
Lovely.
So I'm looking
Lovely.
forward to that.
Yeah.
So
I haven't got much coming up in the next few weeks. There will be stuff, but I've got a week off next week, so I haven't booked myself anything in. It's my sister's birthday, so I'm going to be celebrating that. So, but I might pop on next week and do something, but I might not. So,
cool.
but it's been really lovely spending time with everyone as ever. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're always here, always fun, most of the time, and we've got a lot of stuff planned for exciting stuff for the next few months. So please do subscribe, hit the bell so you get the information there. Thank you everyone for being with us today. Hope that was a taster of the Chinese dragon, the New Year, I should say, dragon, lunar. Forget it, right? Lunar New Year dragon. Yeah, and I wish you a very happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. So have a lovely weekend. Take care and bye.
Bye.